I have a question. You mentioned something earlier about inmate reincarnation to the reentry into the society. How do you plan on doing that, or how do you suggest State of New Haven or anywhere else start doing that?
So, Charlie, you get to go first.
Thank you. Education, 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 education. If you look at young men that's in prison, they're on 23-hour lockdown. A young man that's in prison have no services. Now the person on death row, oh, we give them plenty of services. Or a person that have 25 years, when people come out of prison, some people go in prison as a teenager and come out 25 or 20 years later. Computers, cell phones. A whole nother generation's gone. We have to educate them. We have to start setting up programs to show them how to fill out applications. Even in prison, maybe start some college courses in all the prison and educate them. Send them to anger management if that was their crime, if they doing some illegal substance. Treat them. You put a person in a cell for 23 hours for smoking marijuana. That sounds like that individual may have some problems. Maybe he need a social worker. So it's education, education, education.
Some individuals, yes, are locked down for 23 hours, but everybody's not locked down for 23 hours. The fact of the matter is this. These people that come off the streets in crisis. When they go back to the streets, they're in crisis. And they're not in crisis because simply they don't have a job. They're not in crisis because simply they don't have a good home environment. They're not in crisis because any of the one piece or part of this situation. They're in crisis because of the whole situation. So if we're going to look at this, we need to look at it and have a holistic approach to this, because you can get a job, but if you got a crisis at home, you're not going to keep the job. Or you could get into a good place to live, but if you don't have a job, you might not stay there. So we have to have a different approach than we have had. We've had an approach where this agency deals with this portion of it. So we give them some money and they deal with it. We have an approach where that agency deals with the other portion. That's a problem. We have to look at it different. Yes, education is important, but a lot of these young men were in school. So there's something else going on besides just the school. Maybe there's something going on in their homes before they went to prison that caused them to leave that school. Maybe there's something going on their street, whatever the case may be, but it's not simply education. We have to really look at what's going on in the homes and the lives of these young men, mostly, and figure out what's going on so that we can have a better approach to dealing with this problem. I'm all about this. This is what I have done. I've worked with Representative Dyson. I've worked on the Board of Family Reentry. I've been at the state level talking about this issue, trying to move this issue. This is not about saying, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I do. And I am here to tell you that any group of people, be they the state, a municipality, is looking at it as a part of this situation, you will not be successful.